All right, we are live. This is live from Baltimore. We're talking about mass incarceration in the prison industry in the state of Maryland and the state of Illinois. I was making a documentary about racism in the courts. This is an ongoing documentary. It's interactive because we're using social media to do it. Through social media, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I started this on MySpace in 2006. All right, when my son was murdered in Chicago. So I'm gonna give you a breakdown of everything that's been going on. So we don't have no he say she say nothing, and everybody's held accountable. My end game is a grand jury for a state grand jury and a federal grand jury about the prison industry and the illegal war on drugs. Also, to approach the Supreme Court under Dred Scott, right to property, because the state took my property. My movie's covered under the intellectual property. It's intellectual property, and the movie was about our government. Ain't no law against making a movie about our government. You seen the 13th Amendment? You seen the new face of old Jim Crow? When we talking about the Khalif Browder story. You feel me? We're talking about being black and white America. With nobody left out the loop. Greg Bernstein got this in Black History Month. Handed it to him in front of everybody on camera, on film. Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake got it. You feel me? Chief of Police got it. These my green cards, and I'm not no immigrant. You feel me? Schellenberger got this. Chief of Police, because it was about our government, and I told you who it was about when I started it. By the time y'all figured it out, it was too late. President Obama asked for a federal investigation in 2008. I'm the subject of the investigation. Governor O'Malley was the subject of the investigation because stop and frisk and zero tolerance under his administration. You feel me? And all I did is just pull this card. I got all y'all's cards. You can go directly to Judge Cox, all right? And you can go to Al Redmer, because I was showing you under the 13th Amendment, Alec, the insurance companies, the bail bondsmen, the people that put money in Maryland's pockets to keep mass incarceration moving. Al Redmer got a claim. Y'all got to address that claim, because like I said, I was locked up in another state. I didn't sign them checks. That was forgery. That's income tax evasion. That's fraud. Fraud by the state. Got my ducks lined up. And Marilyn Mosby, you can't run from this, because like I said, this going to the Supreme Court under Dred Scott. You had this information in 2014 when you was running for office. And you had it since 2000. You had it again in 2016. You can't run from this because you participate in it. It's collusion. You feel me? It's collusion. You can go straight to Judge Bennett's office, because like I said, I'm headed to the Supreme Court with this. I'm holding the court accountable. I'm taking the court to court about the corruption in the court. You feel me? And I don't want nobody to say they left out the loop. You feel me? Movie about Governor Hogan and Governor Hogan's relationship to the black community in black Maryland. You feel me? Governor Hogan. It's all about you, Gov. You had a chance to change this. You had a chance to do something about it, but you lied. So now you got to deal with it. You got to deal with the lie, and you got to hold on to it. All right, here it is. And this is proof I was making a movie. It's 280 pages, so I'm going to go through it, all right? It's on a PDF file, so if you want it, I will send it to you. I told it ain't nothing but a prop for a movie. Y'all knew it with no bombs. So Schellenberger should be responsible for the payment of the dogs, the bomb squad, the helicopters shutting the town down. That's Schellenberger's fault, not mine. I'm a political prisoner. This is a political statement. Like the Westboro Baptist Church, its freedom of speech is covered under the Constitution. I showed your prison industry, how you use your medical facilities to test your opioids on inmates. You tested opioids on inmates. And I gave you an hour and a half interview exposing the opioids on inmates, the abuses of power. And Adam May got 25 pages of my jailhouse diary. It's all about the prison industry and mass incarceration. There ain't nothing that you can do to stop it. I'm from Chicago. And like I said, this is my jailhouse diary. Bail review. You refused me bail. You took me in and locked me up. My mother died February the 2nd. You refused me the right to attend my mother's funeral. You held me illegally, unconstitutionally. You feel me? This is signed and dated. Just like the Khalif Browder story, I broke you down. Just like Martin Luther King and letters from a Birmingham jail, I'm giving you letters from a Birmingham jail. 2018. I'm showing you ain't nothing changed in America in 400 years. Blacks have no rights in white America. I'm showing you social justice issues that Martin and Malcolm fought for in the 60s. We're still fighting for in 2018. The law that tears black families apart. Yeah, the illegal war on drugs. You feel me? Making fatherless families. I can't raise my kids locked up. I can't raise my kids in jail. So we had a ceasefire program. You feel me? Ceasefire was to stop the violence, stop the killing, stop the gangs. And you had this in 2006. It's the Shorty program. I gave you the Shorty program. I gave it to Governor O'Malley, Governor Hogan, Governor Ehrlich, Governor Schaefer. I gave it to Mayor Pugh, Mayor Dixon. I gave it to Sam Cunningham. It's the Shorty program. It's an ex-felon program for ex-felons to reassimilate back into society. All right? This is my plan and ours. All right? Social life skills, economics, political. Right? And I do my political. Everything I've been doing in this, I've been doing it for the last 20 years since I started Shorty's. Like I said, I'm from Chicago. I bring that Chicago flavor here. You feel me? Members need it. And I finance this out my pocket, out my store, without any government funding. You feel me? Without any government funding. And this is what I offered. I offered religious calling, construction, business, Shorty's bootleg barbecue, horticulture, planting gardens, visual and performing arts, my live feeds, my videos, political involvement, my activism in Annapolis, my activism in Washington, D.C., my activism in City Hall, photography and journalism. Dog, I did it all. My law. That's what I'm doing to you now. The law. You feel me? That's Governor O'Malley. So Governor O'Malley knew about this. It's my third letter from 2006. It's the Get Shorty program. Like I said, it's all here. $30,000 a year in taxes. Better treatment from my government. The state of Illinois has taken the right to vote away from me for over 20 years. The right of taxation, Governor, all right? I gave you Dick Gregory. I gave you Soledad O'Brien. I gave you Being Black in America. Except I did it on film. I notarized it. Who the losers are? We the losers. Every time we vote the same people in office, we're the losers. That's Vicki Lawrence. That's the Get Shorty program. That's the Shorty program. I gave it to you. That's Governor Schaefer. That's Sam Cassell. I know 85% of the richest people in the state. They know me. So like I said, it's a jailhouse diary. Shorty. I want to start off by saying how sorry I am about Jarrell. All right? So I sent this letter to President Obama. Dear President Obama. All right? Kerry Cagua. All right? Send a letter. Ethical obligations. Dwayne Shorty Davis. And I sent him the letter with everything in it. You feel me? 2/24/2011. That's when I sent it to President Obama. Like I said, this is in a PDF file, so nobody can say that they don't have this. All right? Spike Lee making a movie. You feel me? So am I. I'm a filmmaker too. This movie all about Baltimore. I'm going to send it to OWN. I'm going to send it to Oprah Winfrey Channel. I'm going to send it to Oxygen. I'm going to send it to whoever I think will buy it. Because it's worth it. You feel me? See that? He's a customer of mine. He's also a Secret Service. He works for the president. Because they came and interviewed me. I got a file about a foot long. Like I said, I informed you I was making a documentary. You feel me? So you can't charge me with something I didn't do. That's my producer, Rob Fix. All right? The movie's about mass incarceration. And President Obama asked for the investigation. I gave it to you on Shorty's Voice, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You feel me? Page 209. Martin Luther King Jr. Letters from a Birmingham jail. I gave you letters from Baltimore County Jail. I did the same thing Martin did. Attorney-client privilege. That makes it very, very legal. Because I fired my lawyer and defended myself. Talking about crime and justice. That's my booking card, and that was on the toilet. That's Vic Carter and Kai Jackson. We're gonna show the role that the media played in misinformation. United States Attorney, Northern Division, Cockeysville. What I tell you, I was making a movie in 2007, and Dick Durbin knew about it, Patrick Fitzgerald knew about it, the Department of Justice knew about it. It was about your prison industry. Dwayne G. Davis, inmate. James P. O'Neill. About your Constitution. And I know the Constitution pretty good. Got my GED in jail. See the date? Richard McFeely, FBI. So y'all got to get everything. Because there it goes. FBI, Department of Justice, y'all participated in fraud. So I named you. There goes Linda Dodge from Parole and Probation, Mr. McGee. Jeremy Stemmick. Jeremy Stemmick is an inmate in a Lake County jail, and Judge Phillips was his judge. They took a payoff of $40,000 to fix his case. They took $40,000. Like, he signed that. He signed that. It's exposing the corruption. They signed this. You feel me? Like I said, Insurance Incorporated. Deerco Road. Fraud. Insurance fraud. Rockingham. So I broke your fraud down. I named you. I broke you down. I named the people that had knowledge of I was making the movie. It's all here. Baltimore County case. Because that's the property that you took from me. I got to reshoot all the footage that you took from me. So that's what I'm doing now. You feel me? See that? Within the penitentiary. And I gave you that in 1986. It's a black reality. Our black reality. And I gave it to you. Pow, 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 pow. Overcome in order to become an oppressed masses within Chicanos, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Asians, Native Americans. Alright? Yeah. I'm an organizer. And I use toilets for my organizing. That's the toilet I left on North Avenue for the school board. You feel me? And it talks about the toilet. That's Tim Williams from WJZ. That's Tim Williams on the toilet. Because the toilet was about the media. That's Brent Jones. It's the movie. That's Brent Jones, Baltimore Sun, ABC. Y'all had these movie releases before I got locked up. And you can go to Charles Gibson from ABC2 World News. It was talking about mass incarceration in the prison industry. That's Brent Jones, and that's the ABC2 photographer. That's from 2008. Movie releases. That's President Obama's movie release. Movie release, Shorty's Voice. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, using social media to get my message out. Because you're going to deny me access to the court. But you can't deny me access to the film industry. I can go international with this. I can sell this across the world. Lake County Board. Hazel Norman. You feel me? These are movie releases. So it shows you I was making a movie and a documentary. Compliance Department. You knew I was making a movie and it was about your prison industry. That's my landlord. Alright. That's Judge Turnbull. And that's a court order for you to return my property. You feel me? That's the supporters of Shorties. Those are the people that support me. When you petition your government, I had a petition, and the people that support me, I had over 4,500 people sign the petition. That's me. That's the Lake County Board members. You feel me? That's Lake County Board members. This is the Maryland Black Legislative Caucus. That's Mayor Pugh. And that's Mayor Pugh. That's Mosby. And that's the Department of Justice. That's Kamenetz. That's the county, Baltimore County. That's President Obama. And that's Van Hollen. Alright? You see me get Sarbanes. You see me with Cummings. I'm looking for Dutch. You see me with Cardins. Y'all seen this. You feel me? Maryland Black Caucus. These are the emails. March 2009. Michael Bush, House State. Bobby Zirkin, Senator. Cardens, Delegate. Josh Davidson, Hearst 1402 Lochner. Dear Representative Washington. All right. Now we start with the jailhouse diary. Y'all never gave me a piece of paper. Y'all never gave me nothing. I had to write my jailhouse diary off of my charging documents. That's the only paper you gave me. You didn't give me no phone calls, no lawyer. You moved me from Baltimore County Detention Center to Spring Grove without a court order, without being represented by a lawyer. And everything here is bam. I show where you knew about it and the role that the media played in it. You feel me? I had to use my paper to do this. Counselor on Facebook, I told you, pages, YouTube. Okay? I was supposed to be at my mother's funeral if y'all had me locked up. Baltimore Sun. You feel me? So I'm gonna zoom through this because I got, like I said, 280 pages. These are the diary. It goes day for day. It shows who knew what and when. You feel me? Dr. Tolbrin. Here you go. It was not a destructive device. It was a toilet. It was art. Just like the movie The Jerk. It was also evidence for a case. You feel me? Case number. So I'm going to run through this all the way to the end. Kai Jackson. Right there, Kai Jackson. All right. Inmates. I go to number to call. Towing scheme. Y'all took my truck and y'all used my truck. Y'all took the truck and y'all owe me $6,000 for the truck. That was theft. And the contents of the truck was insured. State Farm Insurance Company, all right? You stole my truck. You stole the contents of the truck to keep this movie and documentary from coming out. And y'all participated in it. You participated in it. The toilet had y'all's names and faces on it. The toilet was about y'all and the prison industry. Dishonoring the badge. And you can go directly to the Department of Justice, like I said. You go directly to the Department of Justice and get my information. Belfield had it, Rod Rosenstein had it, and now it's right in Rod Hardin's hand. It plays out real good because, like I said, Rod Rosenstein is the Assistant Attorney General. He got this information. Y'all locked up a whistleblower in the courts. And Belfield had it too. I gave it to Belfield February the 2nd, 2011. You, Schellenberger. I gave it to Schellenberger. I gave it to Scott. I gave it to Schellenberger. I gave it to Bernstein. I gave it to the Chief of Police. I gave it to Eric Holder. I gave it to Tammy Brown. I gave it to President Obama. I gave it to Governor O'Malley. I gave it to Al Redmer. I gave it to Judge Cox. Y'all had this. So we're going to go to the Supreme Court with it, and we're going to see what you're going to do then. Because like I said, it's about being black and white America. It's your courts. You feel me? It's about your courts. Governor O'Malley. Mr. Snowden. All right. Governor O'Malley, Carl Snowden. Because Governor O'Malley, Carl Snowden, Tony Bridges, y'all participated in this. Tony Bridges, yes, Tony Bridges. All right. Dr. Tobin, y'all kept trying to say I was crazy. I refused to take any medication. Y'all wasn't going to get me like that. Judge Pearson, Bernstein, all right, FBI, Y'all tried to kill me while I was in there, dude. So I wrote up as much as I could. We can't handle the truth. And y'all can't handle the truth. Because it's coming at you in all kind of ways. Governor Hogan, you got to deal with this. 2019, you got to deal with it because I can prove how you've been shielded and hiding for the last 4 years. Like I said, I'm going to the Supreme Court or the grand jury. Between a rock and a hard place, the mud and the dirt. I got the FBI. I got you. I got what I need to go to court. Like I said, I am Dred Scott. And I did it in such a efficient way. Office Depot, FedEx, very much documented. You can go to Jane Miller, Barry Sims, Christian Schaefer. Dog, I'm gonna name everybody that was involved. So you figure out what you're gonna do to me. 2019, I'm gonna be in Annapolis. The 2019 session, I want access to the grand jury under Senate Bill 374. Nothing more, nothing less. I want to testify on the Congressional Judiciary Committee. I want to testify in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Cardins, Cummings, Van Hollen. I'm coming. And the camera gonna be rolling. I holla. Mic check.